Hey, it's Wolfdale. I'm in Hobby Ninja again. I'm playing against Stoner. We're going to have a 100-point game, Circle versus Mercenaries. He's got Magnus, eMagnus, and who's your other guy?
Damaino. However you pronounce his name.
Don Quixote. And I've got eKaya and eKreugar. I just got them, so we're going to set it up. It's going to be a massive game. We'll see how far we get. Try and keep the battle report as small as possible. But at any rate, we'll turn it around. We'll show you what we brought. Okay, my opponent, Mr. Stone. How are you doing today, Stoner?
Pretty good.
Alrighty, you want to show us the army you brought?
Alright. Starting over here on the right, we have Hernan Joan. Full unit in this Hunters. Full unit of Steelhead Halberdiers. Full unit of Steelhead Heavy Cavalry. Gorman the Wolf. Kel Baylock. Rupert Carvolio. Orin Midwinter. Dougal McNeil. Stannis Brocker. Saxon Orc. Dirty Meg. Vanguard. The Mules playing the part of Rocinante, and Nomad, all on, Captain Damaino. Over here, Longiners are pretending to be Steelhead Riflemen. And we have a Mangler and 4 Renegades on eMagnus. And last but not least, Iana and Old.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Alright, so I'll turn around and show you. Okay, Vanna, why don't you show us what we got here? We got eKaya and Laris. Warpwolf Stalker, Feral, Warpwolf, that's eKreugar. That's Megalith with them. Pure Blood, Wolf, Wolf Weird. Everything's getting a lot of fingers from that, man. Wolf Watcher, 3 of the Wolf Riders. Newell of the Huntress, a full unit of Blood Trackers, unit of Blood Weavers, Stones with Keeper. Werewolf, is that a werewolf? Yeah. Lord of the Feast, Lord of the Cheese. We got Morag now, full unit of Wolves. That's Brun and Lug, Bog Trogs and Mike Hates, and 2 Throgs. Alright, now I guess we'll roll to see who gets to go first. Okay, the end of Mercenaries turn 1, and Mike, let us know what you did here. You're going to start with the Nis?
Right, the Nis moved up, so did Orin Midwinter, all running. Over here, Magnus cast mobility on him in his battle group. He also put Bolt Dodger on himself for defense bonus. He moved up. The rest of his jacks moved up as well. No runs, just walking. Yana and Holt moved up. Did what the hell's it called? Ellis's Veil. So they both have stealth. Rupert piped for the cavalry to give them Pathfinder. It helps them up there. Dougal Halo went up. Saxon Orc gave reconnaissance to the Steelheads to help give them Pathfinder as well. They've moved up as well. Over here, Damaino gave the Steelheads Death March, so they have Vengeance and Map Boost. Surefoot on Rosinante, and all of his jacks moved up. Stannis Broker moved up. The Rifleman went over, gets them that tasty defense bonus there, and Hernan Joan ran.
Alright, so that's sure-footed. Well, it's a +2 to defense, and everything within 3 inches of it can't be knocked down.
Yep, okay. And gets the defense bonus as well.
Okay, sounds good. So that's the end of your turn 1?
Yep.
On to Circle turn 1. Okay, end of Circle turn 1. The Stalker ran up. The Feral ran up. He worked for Prowl, it doesn't matter. He has stealth right now for Kaya. He worked for Armor. Kaya cast Shadow Pack. Kaya also cast Forced Evolution on the Feral. Laris moved up to here. He moved up to here. Then Kruger telekinesis him to here. Pureblood moved up behind. I riled. Wold Watcher shifted into his stone form, put his Animus on Kruger, which just makes him steady. The Stones teleported Morag to here after he completed his run. Megalith ran to here. The Wold Weird walked to here. The Wolves ran up. The Throg ran. The Warwolf ran. The other Throg ran. Lord of the Feast stayed stationary. The 3 Wolf Riders ran up to here, keeping the woods in between them and this. The Blood Trackers ran to here, and the Brun and Lug ran to here. Now, the Blood Trackers' prey are the Lone Gunners, and the Wolf Riders are the Halberdiers. And I guess that's good. I'm going to turn it over to Mercenary turn 2. Oh, wait. Kruger also cast, Stormwall and Telekinesis, so he's got 2 Fury left in him. Okay, over to Mercenary's turn 2. Okay, the end of Mercenary's turn 2. Let's tell us what you did.
Alright, so Orin Midwinter ran over to here. Nis backed off a bit. Rupert put Dirge of Mists on them for defense bonus and terror. Renegades in the Mangler shuffled around a bit. Magnus moved up a bit. Ian and Holt have stealth again. Gorndol smoke bombed again.
Magnus upkept his spells, as he can't focus.
No, he has no focus on. I made a rather bad miscalculation because I forgot to put focus on Magnus for mobility.
Yeah.
I was intending to charge the Mangler at Morag, but I'll have to hold off until next turn. Over here, Steelheads all advanced up. Sans Brocker's in the middle of them now. Oric moved up, did recon on the Halberdiers again. Kel Balok took 2 shots at 2 wolves and killed them both. And because Damaino had already had Warpath up, it allowed his jacks to move around a bit. The Nomad just moved up, but Roxanante took a shot at the Wolf Riders. Did some damage to them. The Sealed Rifleman came in, did some damage to finish them off.
Yep.
Alright, and the Vanguard and Dirty Meg just moved around a bit. And Hernan John, they did some damage to the Wolf Riders, but they completely missed the Blood Trackers, which is probably going to be their detriment this turn.
It's kind of a triangulated assault to get rid of the Wolf Riders before they got into your line.
Yeah, I was hoping to do some damage to the Blood Trackers too, but that didn't happen.
Alrighty, and you're done, so on to Circle Turn 2. Okay, Circle Turn 2, a couple things mishaps, but for the most part okay. I got Hunter's Mark off on the Mangler. The Feral charged. I basically did a telekinesis on him with Megalith, moved him closer, then I said telekinesis for Kruger. I wanted to do Gallows. I was out by a quarter of an inch on the Feral because of that, because he couldn't reach with telekinesis. Gallows would have reached him, would have dragged him at least close enough for the Feral. I had to move the Stalker up, engage him, killed it, but now I've got 2 Warp Wolves sitting out there. I ran the girls up to kind of get into the faces of the elves here. Over here, the stones just shifted over. Kaya cast Hunter's Mark. What else did Kaya do? She upkept Shadow Pack. It was Dogpile she cast, sorry. She upkept Shadow Pack and...
Force Evolution?
No, it was dropped.
Okay.
That's why I didn't increase the damage on the Feral.
Ah, fair enough.
Okay, so... Oh, actually, I never got the Feral in, but it was dropped anyway. She only upkept Shadow Pack.
Fair enough.
But anyway, now thinking about it, the extra defense would probably help, but... Okay, the Pureblood... actually, I'm going to move him in a second. I forgot about him. Laris moved up here. Kaya teleported back off here off of Laris. He riled so she could have some stuff back. He stayed stationary in stone form. He shifted with the stones. He cast Stormwall and telekinesis and kind of botched it. Warwolf ran over here. Morag moved back here. The wolves ran over here. He moved over here and telekinesis. I had him come up, kill Balok with 2 boosted shots. Throg killed the guy here. Other Throg ran in here to engage. The bear and him moved over here, wiped out a bunch of long gunners on the end, killed the, what were the names?
Hernan John.
Yeah, the ogre and the dwarf. They reformed back here. Did I forget anybody?
No, I think that's everything.
Alright, I'm just going to move the Pureblood. He's not going to be riling because I got too much fury on the board, and I'll pass it over to Merc's turn. Mercenaries turn 3. Why don't you tell us what's happened, Stoner?
Well...
Done, yes. Or you want to start with the Orc, or not Orc?
Yeah.
The Inquisitor.
He completely failed to lightning them.
You went after these 3.
Yeah, failed to lightning them. Those 3 of them, all 3 of them failed to hit her. It was not a good turn for this. These 3 assaulted the Warp Wolf, and even though it had Kiss of Lilith on it, and the defense blind from Gorman's Black Oil, they did negligible damage to it. They really should have killed it.
And tell them what happened with Gorman's Oil.
Yeah, because of Stormwall, the oil was able to go, you're able to adjust the oil so it fell on both the Renegades, which, well, there went my plan to knock them down with the missiles.
Yeah, it shot him down.
One of them, this one walked out, took the free strike and crippled this one-armed arm with the rocket launcher too. So Dirty Meg's making a run over here to try and repair it.
Yeah, she had to run. She's running in from this side. She's way over here.
Yeah. Magnus went up, popped his feet. Did the scattergun on.
You caught pretty much all these people here.
Yeah.
Including Kruger and Megalith.
Yeah.
Both the Warp Wolves.
And I chose both of our long table edges, so...
Yeah, I can only move sideways.
They can only move sideways. The cavalry moved up, took some shots, but Stormwall prevented them from doing absolutely anything.
Right.
Renegades here shuffled around. Stansbrocker moved up, tried to take a shot, but Stormwall prevented it again. The Halberdiers killed one of the Thralls, failed to kill the other one, did some damage though. And over here, between Damaino, using Blaster to make his hand cannon AoE, and the Rifleman, we were able to thin out the Tharn to an extent.
Yeah, they made their command check.
Yeah. And the Vanguard just is there to defend them, and I think that's it.
Okay, so we're on to circle turn 3.
Yep.